to see Nana Addo for Addo, because 2017 January you're going to need special clearance and special invitation to get that opportunity. So if you have a chance to take your pictures tonight, you can take it and backdate it in January 2017, and it will look as if you just met the president. So enjoy your meal. Thank you for having a listening ear for my few words. I will indulge you guys all to Hallelujah. Okay, so all that we will be waiting for our seats here, don't run in because something is coming. Something is coming, Mr. DJ. So we have the traditional drum start. You get time for pictures, please. Obia Airport Nasi. Please. Yes, no, you're here and for you for car or more. Yes, no.
Please get seated. Please. Thank you and thank you very much. I feel about some Get seated, everybody please. And I went into my hair bonus room. That is a winner, whether you like this or not. Everything shows that I'm a nice arena. Mr. DJ, thank you. The time is fast spent. So if your name is being mentioned and you come here, please try as much as you can to agree things so that we can move on with what is left. Now I have the honor to introduce Joseph Tete, who is going to do the introduction of the dignitaries that are here with us. So, Mr. Joseph Tete, if you are here, come and take the mic and introduce the dignitaries that are here with us. Joseph Tete. Mr. Joseph Tete, wherever you are, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you everybody. On behalf of the Toronto Youth Movement, we'd like to thank Nana and his entourage. We'd like to thank everybody who is here present for making time to be present here. Nana, we thank you very much for your unflagging support for the youth of Toronto and Ghana, and as well as those in the diaspora in general. I would like to first of all introduce Nana Akufo-Addo, the future president of Ghana. We would like to introduce his wife as well, Madam Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, our future First Lady of Ghana. We have our chairman, Mr. Chris Achempo. We also have with us Mr. Charles Oredu. We have with us Mr. Eugene Amen. We also have with us Captain Koda. And of course, MPP Chairman Abrefa. We have a whole lot of people here present, but for the sake of time, we wouldn't be able to acknowledge everybody because we are already behind time. On that note, I would like to humbly welcome everybody here present for a wonderful evening session. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nana. Thank you. Proud to that, of course, we have an important delegation from Ghana, the National Women's Organizer, and we would like to welcome you as well. Thank you very much. And we also have with us a whole lot of other people that, for the sake of time, we wouldn't be able to acknowledge. So please kindly bear with us, and we are most welcome, Nana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Joseph Tete. At this time, I will welcome the chairman of MPP Toronto chapter, Chris Echampo, to give us a welcome address. Let's give a big round of applause for Chris Echampo being the chairman of MPP chapter this morning.
C'est ça, moi, on sait. Il y a des actes de part. La traité, c'est ce qu'il y a. Les bédés que vous I'm saying, what makes my heart change? You've been here for quite a while. We do sincerely apologize. And I hope you will forgive us. Okay? I'll take this opportunity to welcome Nanano. All of you who've been here since 4 o'clock, all the dignitaries, it's really a pleasure to see you here. And I guess it boils down to the fact that you have absolute concern for what is happening in our country at this point in time. Yeah. I would also like to thank Dr. Lakreti, who is at the far end, and he's been quite instrumental in helping us to organize this event. This event will not be possible without the assistance of an organizing committee that came together to help us put it together. Mr. Abdul, who is the chair of the organizing committee, of course, the executive of the NPP Toronto chapter, we really appreciate the work that you've done to pull this event together. Nana, and Auntie Rebecca, we welcome you to Toronto. We look forward to having 2 days of a worthwhile event with you. And we trust that by the time you leave here, Ghanaians in this particular city will be quite assured that the time has come, our time has come. 2016, we shall win. If I may say a few words, you know, one of our nationalists, Mamo, said, General assassin, and a board in Dayman, Nanano Shimuja, Legitu or mine. I do make anyone so say, you're really be a and this was presented in 1931. In 1931, he also made a song, a big remark, and he said, Yanum, a big remain, yeah, Yanum, a big remain, yeah, Muyiri Muhu, yeah, Muyiri Muhu, yeah, Nubara. Anigasi fate bibigo, yeah, who did the mama require from you? The gist of the story is very simple. We have the capacity, the capability to succeed. It's a question of leadership. It's a question of leadership. I think all of us believe that our country is at a crossroads. We are in dire straits. And we, in the diaspora at least, we're looking for somebody with a vision to inspire us, to lead us to achieve higher goals.
Our country, Ghana, is by no means poor. We are a country with resources and rich with gold, diamond, and oil. We believe that a transformational leader who will elucidate the best in us is what we're looking for. A leader who has guts and is unafraid to do what is right for our country. A leader who is honest and transparent and decisive and will not tolerate any dishonesty. A leader who will champion the eradication of systemic corruption. A leader who will enforce our laws and ascertain our safety. A leader who will work to improve our basic living standards. A leader who will create an enabling condition for citizens to participate in the economy. A leader who will inspire us and give us hope. Nana, we believe in your leadership and we believe in your inherent desire to transform our country. We commit to you. We are going to go to bat for you, and we trust that in 2016, in the words of Ken Sarawiwa, we shall win. Thank you.
It seems the round of applause was very weak, and I'm 100% sure we can do more better than that. There is an adage we say, the old order changes using place to be. And as such, the vibrant young among us, we have to use them as much as we can. Therefore, there is a lady here who is the MPP Toronto Youth Leader, Lydia Atiemo. Let's welcome her so that she can say whatever she wants to say right in front of Nana, the next president of the Republic of Ghana.
MPP Toronto Youth, Sustainable Youth Development. Mr. Chairman, Co-Chairman, our own 2016 MPP presidential candidate, Nana Addo, Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and his wife, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, MPP leadership and members, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. First, I would like to thank our youth leader, Kelvin Rimpong, for his support for the Toronto youth and his dynamic and endless support for women into the political scene. I thank you for humbly sharing your stage with me. First, the MPP Toronto youth would also like to thank you all for your presence at this important event. This event will go down in history as one of the most important turning points in the process to sound a clarion call aimed at consolidating the transformative change agenda, recognizing the invaluable role of the youth. Youth is very much in every news today. Youth is ubiquitous. It follows, therefore, that the active participation and involvement of the youth in national and development is a must. But the term participation, seen from the angle of the youth, is perhaps too weak and too narrow. Participation with whom, for whom, and for what purpose, we ask ourselves. The UNDP launched a youth strategy, and the United Secretary General declared that young people are the torchbearers of the future development agenda. About 70% of all countries have a National Youth Council and youth associations. Most have a national authority responsible for young people. The youth debate therefore now lies on whether the quality of youth participation is any good, what it should be attempting to achieve, and whether its results lead to transformative, constructive, and a win-win change. At the wider level, the youth seek to achieve policy and structural impact. In other words, the youth of today demand actual, tangible, and proportionally youth-conscious and social change. For the older population in charge of things now, youth policy must be youth inclusive and self-reflective to be of any use. The older generation must realize that when youth are pushed to the wall, young people today have the skill, the ability, and the mindset to take action, be heard, and realize change in a way that was not possible before. And that does not necessarily require organizations, and that can bypass inactive and distracted formal institutions. We all want young people to be able to effectively participate in decision-making processes that affect their lives. We are also reminded of the fact that it is the youth who are creating vibrant ICT-based sub-economies that compete successfully worldwide. The practical examples of Canada, Japan, and the like demonstrate this point very vividly. Youth exuberance and creative discovery go hand in hand. Canada also has youth problems. However, Canada is one of the most successful and prosperous economies in the world today. One reason for this good fortune is Canada's recognition that harnessing the power of the youth and business community through trade and choice investments represents one of the effective ways to drive economic growth and sustainable prosperity. NPP Canada Youth, therefore, strongly appeals to Ghana, our country, and its dynamic future leadership to greet and meet Canada on that friendly platform, namely, harnessing the power of the youth and business community through trade and choice investments. We strongly suggest that practical starting point to this be the current Canadian Global Market Action Plan, because through that document, the Government of Canada concentrates its efforts on markets that hold the greatest promise for Canadian businesses. Truth is blunt and sweet. The youth of Ghana and Canada stand to gain enormously if its countries implement that trade policy, documented in a truly win-win partnership. Okay. To realize the above and nurture young people who can nurse world-changing socioeconomic assets and service to Canada, Ghana, and Africa as a whole, we require proper education, demand-driven skills development, business networking and trade, competitive investments, and effective corruption-free democratic political situation. In recognition of the above, NPP Youth Toronto remains committed to the 2016 campaign victory. This includes to mobilize support in any shape or form required of us, build a strong NPP membership base in Canada, and motivate the Ghanaian youth in Canada to build their devotions towards the development of their homeland, Ghana. To our leaders, always have a close ear to the youth and women as they are the heartbeat of our nation. Support their growth and development into key making decision roles. To the youth, brighten the corner wherever you are and create a positive impact for Ghana. To all, 2016 NPP win is not Nana Addo's win, but our win and victory. And therefore, let's stay united and own it together. The party belongs to us all. Long live the youth, long live Ghana, long live Canada, and long live Africa. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, is that all that you can do for her? Wow, what a wonderful speech. Remember, the President of the United States of America is a youth. Thank God we now have a youth as the Prime Minister of Canada. Therefore, we have to take into consideration what the youth have in mind. At this time, he who prepares a delicious food is not forbidden from taking the first taste. And aside those people who were able to put all these things together, if we don't recognize their presence here, that means we are beating about the bush. And without wasting your time, I will once again call the General Secretary of NPP Canada chapter, Yao Ofusu Sefa, to do some introduction of some of the dignitaries.
Kukudu, Kukudu, Kukudu.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time. So without much ado, please, we have a lot of VIPs and we're taking time. We'll take every couple of minutes, we'll take time to introduce some of the great people who have made this event and this chapter and this branch what it is today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Honorable Seth Echampong, Kwame Echampong of Impriso constituency, who is my own MP. Give him applause. An applause, please. Let's also welcome the former mayor, vice mayor of Toronto, Mr. Lee Pretty. Also, right beside Honorable Echampong is Honorable Edwin Abaka Williams, who is the former parliamentary candidate for Bumwa West. Please give him a warm applause. We haven't introduced the chairs of the occasion. I'm going to leave that for later. Let's give a warm applause to Dr. Isiasar. Also, someone who spoke to you a little while ago is Honorable Joseph Owusu, who is the parliamentary candidate for Secretariat. A front, please. Also in the crowd somewhere is someone who has been a bedrock of the Toronto chapter. He's none other than Mr. Mreku Asare. There's someone who has also been a bedrock of the MPP Toronto chapter. His name is Nana Yao Asare. He's traveling today, but he made a lot of sacrifices and contribution to this occasion. Please give him a warm applause. I'll continue later. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Yao Ofusu Sefa. Can we all be here without hearing a word from the national chairman of MPP Canada? I don't think so. Therefore, I will be very, very happy if you can welcome Kwame Abrifa with a big round of applause to come and give a remarks. The national chairman of MPP Canada.
Kukrudu. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Co-Chairman, friends, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of MPP Canada, it is my greatest pleasure to welcome our leader, our flag bearer, and God willing, the next president of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo. I will also, on behalf of the branch, want to welcome his lovely wife, Mrs. Rebecca Akufuado, and the entire entourage that are accompanying Nana to Canada. Sir, we know that it's very challenging for you to balance all the demands on your calendar and for you to find time to visit us tonight and to grace this occasion. We are most grateful. Friends, something new and exciting is happening in Ghana right now. There is a wind of change and wind of renewal blowing across our country. Change is necessary because Mahama government is so incompetent, indifferent, and so corrupt that our people are asking,
who is going to bail us out. Change is also necessary because this government continues to replace one scandal with another. And the Ghanaian people can no longer tolerate this kind of incompetence. It is for this reason that Ghanaians are calling for a flag bearer who is incorruptible and whose integrity has been tested time and time again. Ghanaians are calling for the visionary and transformative leadership of Nana to restore our economy and reorient our society to peace, prosperity, and nation building. This is why MPP Canada proudly supports Nana's vision of transformative leadership. We will do our very best to mobilize resources, both material and human, to support the 2016 campaign so that victory can be ours again. I would also like to appeal to each and every one of you here tonight to step up to the plate, open up your wallet, and support the 2016 victory project so that we can all play part of it and we can all be proud of ourselves. At this point, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Mr. Owusu Afriye, our former General Secretary, who has dedicated his time, energy, and resources in ensuring that we have a successful event tonight. I also like to acknowledge and pay respect to Chairman Champo, the Chairman of Toronto Chapter and Vice Chairman of MPP Canada. Chairman, through your leadership and personal sacrifices, you have elevated our vibrant and resourceful Toronto Chapter, and we are most grateful to you. We also want to thank you for organizing this event. And there are so many people that I would like to acknowledge and thank. But I'll be very brief. I know that time is fast spent. So I would like to acknowledge the organizing committee, the chair, the co-chair, the membership, Mr. Bugé, Mr. Usuansan, Vicky Usuansan, Mr. Chumo Usu, and many others, and Chairman Abignon for working so hard, making so many personal sacrifices, and being dedicated to this cause, and for making sure that we have this successful event tonight. Now, I will briefly touch on the structure division of MPP Canada. As most of you are already aware, MPP Canada has been expanding and growing into different areas in the country. Right now, we have chapters in Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, Ottawa, and there is up and coming chapter in Saskatoon. We have 7 chapters in Canada right now. And as we continue